here today at the barn doing some work on the rabbit hutches, getting things cleaned out and all that other good jazz. And I look over here and lo and behold, there's smoke. See it right there? Smoke. You know what that means? Angie started Stump Burn 2019 without me. You may or may not recall, we pulled almost all of this right out of that pond. So some of it is probably still wet, which explains why it's taking forever to get started. But Angie's gathering up some of the drier stuff from around the property, and we're sticking it around in the bottom, and we're gonna hope that we get the heat on the bottom hot enough to where it dries out everything on top and just burn, baby, burn. Hey, baby. Yeah. Now we're cooking. And for those of you safety-minded folks out there who are wondering why we would burn something this gigantic, if you were here and walked around the property, you would understand how soakingly wet the ground is. It's like walking on a sponge. So this is actually a perfect day for us to start this. Anyway, we'll check in as we go. So we're out here in the backyard trying to gather up sticks for Stump Burn 2019, and we have a bunch of supervisors telling us how we're supposed to do it, giving us loads of advice, but not helping out one bit. Not helping out. All you're doing is standing here yelling at me. Go be ducks. I have been advised this is not Stump Burn 2019. This is Clean Up the Backyard 2019 to dry out the wood for Stump Burn 2019. And my supervisors are back. Hey fellas, have y'all come back to give me more advice? Are you back to tell me stuff about the backyard that I don't already know? What do you know about burning? Huh? Or stick collecting? You don't even have thumbs. You don't have thumbs. What can I help you with? Huh? No. I'm not feeding them. They're just here. So today on Operation not Stump Burn 2019, but Operation Clean Up the Backyard, we're going to hitch up this lawn sweeper. I think I may have talked about this before, but this little thing is fantastic. It does a great job of collecting all of the pine straw and cones and small sticks and things like that. And the way it works, unsure if I'm going to be able to do this, but as this pulls forward, you can see those little brushes. Those little brushes run and they throw stuff back into this collection thing. And I mean, it works better than you might think. I'll try to get some pictures of Angie working on it, but yeah, it is a great little piece of equipment. Angie's gonna bring the lawn sweeper that we just talked about, and I'll show you how it works. I don't know if you can see that all the way from here, but it just throws stuff into the back of that just like a big vacuum cleaner, and does a really good job. Really good job. So she'll make several passes with this and come back and take a look at how everything looks when she's done.
killing two birds with one stone.
While Angie's working, I'm going to go inside and take part in Operation Oreo. Man, I'm beginning to like Operation Clean Up the Backyard. Okay, I may or may not have shown this in previous videos, but we have this, from our steps here, we have this nice little stone pathway that goes down to the little thing down there. As you can see, it, gets overgrown. The grass comes up in between it and stuff like that. So I'm going to take some time today, since we're doing Operation Backyard Cleanup, and try to weed eat some of this stuff off of here. So we'll see. So how's Operation Not Stump Burn 2019 going?
Well, burn off more than I thought it would.
I could be wrong, but it appears that it has fallen a little bit. I mean, it looks a little closed down than it was before. Still got some burn action going on over here, and the stump, of course, is still there. As you can see, it looks a lot better. I'm about probably halfway done at this point. The second half should be easier because it's downhill down there and it doesn't grow up in between the rocks, but right about here is where I finished. Just starting on this section here, but as you can see, it looks a lot better than it used to. Gonna continue on and get this cleaned up. So back to work. So two things gave out before my project was done. One was my back, and one was the weed eater. But overall, I think we did pretty good. Looks like most of the stuff, you can probably see the piles of stuff on the side that we pulled off of this, but yeah, we pretty much got all the major stuff out of the way. Just a little, when the weed eater recharges, I'll finish that up, and we just got this little bit left going down to the thing. So well, yeah, like Angie said, you can kind of, maybe it's just wishful thinking, but it looks to us like the middle of the stump is starting to burn away. So hope springs eternal, I guess. Well, here we are, day after not Operation Stump Burn 2019, and as you can see, all of our not efforts have resulted in the stump not burning. It is still here. We did manage. I did think that this was kind of cool. You can see down here there's a hole going through the bottom. The taproot coming from the bottom of this stump burned pretty much all night long, and all of the roots from the backside are gone, but pretty much the stump still remains. So when we have official Stump Burn 2019, we'll reconvene here. I'm thinking maybe I might take a chainsaw, hatchet, maybe some tannerite. Who knows? Something's going to happen to this stump. But before I die, this stump will be gone.